Okay, so today we're going to be looking at section 4 of chapter 12, which deals with the volumes of prisms and cylinders. But before we move on to volumes, let's go ahead and step back for a second and review sections 1 through 3 on the surface area of polyhedron.
Okay, so 12.1, the big idea that you learned was Euler's theorem. You need to know Euler's theorem for the quiz. You need to know that faces plus vertices equals edges plus 2. If you need additional practice for this section, go ahead and do the odd problems on 798 and just check your answers in the back of the book.
Okay, so in section 2, we learned how to find the surface area of a right prism. And we know that the surface area of a right prism is going to equal 2 times the area of the base plus the perimeter times the height. So remember that sometimes to find the area of the base, you might have to use that formula from chapter 11, section 6. Then we also learned how to find the surface area of a right cylinder. And the surface area of a right cylinder is still going to be 2 times the area of the base plus the circumference times the height. But we know that we can simplify that formula and just set it equal to 2 pi r squared plus 2 pi r h. Make sure that you know this formula for your quiz on Monday. If you need additional practice on finding the surface area of a right cylinder or a right prism, please make sure that you do problems 7 through 11 odd on page 807 and check your answers in the back of the book.
And last you learned, in section 3, we learned about the surface area of a regular pyramid. We know that to find the surface area, you have to know the area of the base, which is capital B, plus 1/2 the perimeter, and the perimeter is of the base also, times the slant height. Make sure that you understand how to find a slant height. The next thing that we talked about is the surface area of a right cone. And we talked about the simplified version in class today. So make sure that you understand that simplified version because it's easier to work with. So it's the area of the base, and the base is a circle, so that's pi r squared, plus the circumference, which is 2 pi r, times the slant height, and that was always divided by 2, so that's why the 2 and the 1/2, they simplify out. So, what you will have additional homework, so your homework is to do page 817 to practice for the quiz on Monday. You will be turning this in on Monday when you get to class.
Okay, so that was the review for sections 1 through 3. If you're still iffy on any of those problems, make sure that you go back and you watch the previous videos on how to find the surface area of prisms, cylinders, pyramids, and cones. For your quiz on Monday, you will be allowed to have one 3x5 note card that needs to be made prior to coming into class on Monday. So make sure you go back through this video and that you have any formulas or examples that you need to be successful on your quiz. We hope you enjoyed this little review session. We wish you the best of luck on your quiz on Monday. We hope you had a great weekend, and we will teach you section 12.4 after your quiz.